So Amy Klobuchar was recently on Real Time with Bill Maher when she decided to make some ridiculous attacks against progressive policy. So now, remember, with the context here of Klobuchar saying that she's kind of progressive. Mm, she's kind of progressive, although she's not as progressive as she says Warren or Bernie Sanders. But I'm kind of progressive, and in fact, in order to be progressive, you actually have to progress and do things. Oh, so it's the more the pragmatic progressive. Well, anyway, she says while she's on the show, and I can't show you the video because HBO, copyright, BS, whatever. But she said this quote: "I want to win big, and if someone's going is looking to kick 149 million Americans off their current health insurance in 4 years, then I'm not your candidate." So understand that's an attack against Medicare for all as it relates to ending private insurance. Really? So now, okay. So now, first of all, again, flat out lie. Not a mixed characterization, complete and utter fabrication. Medicare for all, you guys know, I've explained it a dozen times. It doesn't eliminate your private insurance, it replaces it. So you will not, it's not as if you will be left without insurance. You'll actually have better insurance. And it doesn't depend on your employer to provide insurance as well. But it's funny because they leave out all this stuff. They especially leave out the replace part. Say it's going to take away your insurance. All your insurance is going to be gone. Your private insurance. You like your private insurance company? You like your doctor? Well, you're not going to have it anymore. That's not true at all. It's not true at all. In fact, you will actually still be able to have your doctor. And in fact, you'll never be charged being out of network because there will no longer be networks. There will be no copays, no deductibles. Again, not having to depend on your employer, so you can leave your job if you need to, or if you lose your job, you will still have your insurance. You won't have a situation where I don't know you get laid off and get sick and no longer have insurance or have to pay for Cobra, which is prohibitively expensive. So those are that's what Medicare for all means. Peace of mind. It means you are covered no matter what for virtually everything. So now, look, you can't call yourself a progressive if you don't back single payer and if you still support private insurance. That is my litmus test right here. And there's only one person that passes that test. Because look, here's the thing. Unless private insurance is eliminated, Medicare for all would continue to be undercut by corporate interests. If you have a public option, which is what most of these candidates are looking for, or saying, oh, don't worry, there's still a role for private insurance in healthcare, then that private insurance, those corporate interests, will continue to fund politicians and undercut the current the new program, which is why of course it's the bigger solution here would not just to do Medicare for all, but also to get money out of politics. And Bernie Sanders has a separate plan for that. So now, with that said, let's go after her for attacking tuition-free public college. So now she said this quote: "If you want to use a bunch of hardworking people's money to send rich people's kids to college for free, then I'm not your candidate." Again, total mischaracterization. And ironically, she's playing class warfare, but she's doing it wrong. Instead, she protects the rich. You know why? First of all, no rich person is going to send their kids to a public college or university. Two, under a plan, a Sanders plan, or even a Warren's plan, the rich will pay more in taxes to fund free college for everybody. So they actually end up paying more. So who cares if they send their kids to a school, to a public university? Wealthy people pay taxes too. And under Sanders, will pay a lot more. So why not let them get back what they put in if that's their choice? So that's the difference, right? Why not allow everyone to have the same opportunity for quality education that doesn't leave everyone in debt? Now, rich people never have any debt, right? Because they're rich, they can afford it. But under this system, everyone would be treated equally. And that's kind of the whole point. Everyone has that same opportunity. And the rich, of course, will end up paying more in taxes. So it kind of evens out if they decide to send their kids to a public college or university. But right now, rich people have all the opportunity. And what these policies are meant to do is to take that opportunity back. Now, finally, she says this, quote, just because people say ideas are bold doesn't mean they're bold. You know what that's supposed to mean? They may be bad. Translation, I don't like transformative policy. The establishment is wonderful. These ideas, which Democrats are massively in favor of, are bad because they upset my donors. Now, the Sanders camp has responded to this. This is Sanders spokesman Mike Kaska. Says, quote, first, Bernie will guarantee health care to every man, woman, and child as a human right through Medicare for all. Second of all, he's going to make all public colleges and universities tuition free and cancel all student debt, not by taxing working Americans, but by imposing a modest tax on Wall Street speculation. That, of course, impacts the wealthy and corporations the most. But see, to our donors, that's exactly the problem. They think, oh my God, they're going to go after they're going to go after us to fund other people, to fund other people's opportunity. No, we can't have that. So we're going to pay people like Amy Klobuchar to say that, oh, it's bad policy. It's not bold. It's bad. See how clever I am? And then just to make up absolute lies and try to gaslight the nation into voting with corporate interests. Not going to happen. The American people are hungry for change, and they're not going to buy what she's selling. And look, poll after poll after poll, you can see Americans that are fed up with the system, right? They're dying from lack of health care. They're drowning in student loan debt. They have to change. And yet Klobuchar is here yucking it up with her buddy, Bill Maher, who, by the way, is centrist garbage. It's no wonder that Klobuchar is nowhere even near to the top of the polls. In fact, at most, she sits just under 2%. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.